Democrat Sean Elo-Rivera has represented District 9 since 2020. This time around, he's facing Democrat Terry Hoskins and Independent Fernando Garcia.
I would understand why any constituent and any person living in the city would say that we're not doing well enough.
We spoke with Elo-Rivera from a park in the Stockton neighborhood of his district. It was days after the torrential, damaging storm of January 22nd, and the destruction that brought to neighborhoods in his district was very much on his mind.
We have, I think, way more people than folks realize who are picking up the pieces or trying to pick up the pieces. And I think we have a legitimate disaster in the southern part of the city, and that's going to need to be a top priority as well.
Elo-Rivera makes it clear that advocating for people who struggle to get by is his top priority. That means finding solutions to homelessness is at the top of the list.
And with that means that housing is also, my top priority. Those two issues go hand in hand. You cannot separate homelessness from housing.
Currently, our current city council lacks leadership, specifically in District 9.
His opposition to how Elo-Rivera does his job aside, Independent Fernando Garcia agrees with the incumbent about what he sees as the district's most pressing issue.
I would say homelessness, and then also housing or development. In terms of homelessness, I feel like, a lot of people feel that we have a policy of enablement as opposed to empowerment, meaning that the streets should not be an option when it comes to people being unhoused.
Garcia left his career in financial services and real estate in 2017 when he formed a company called Schools Solar, which specializes in getting solar panels onto school roofs. He says his business and real estate background will help in tackling homelessness, specifically through the use of ADUs, sometimes known as granny flats.
If somebody builds an ADU for $250,000, what we could do is we can exempt that from their property tax, so they don't pay for that additional property tax they would get hit, as long as they agree to rent it at affordable rates. So it's an incentive to the homeowner, not these big builders or developers.
I've been serving the needs of the community members of District 9 for the past 14 and a half years as a San Diego police officer.
Dr. Terry Hoskins did 25 years in the Marine Corps before becoming a San Diego police officer in 2008. He recently retired from the force. Hoskins says he wants to continue serving the public on the city council, where he says his top priority would be public safety.
This current administration for District 9 doesn't even talk to our law enforcement at all. I will change that.
Both Hoskins and Garcia say they agree with council members who've criticized Elo-Rivera's leadership as council president. He was recently reelected to the position by his fellow council members, but only by one vote.
Majority of the community that I interact with at all the community meetings, all the planning group meetings, they feel like they've got no representation since Marty Emerald left.
Even in District 9, he's really, alienating a lot of neighborhoods here by not showing up to meetings or, just being dismissive of their concerns.
Elo-Rivera says since being reelected to the council presidency, he has reached out to all his colleagues on the council for their thoughts on how they can all work better together. But he says that doesn't mean governing the city the way it's been governed in the past. The top two finishers in the primary will face each other in November's general election. John Carroll, KPBS News.